Alright, let's start.
Okay.
Hello. My name is Kale Krebs, and I'm here with Adam Chamberlain.
Swap.
He's currently eating ice cream. Before... Oh, so I think I should start off with this. This is, episode 5 of Bloom Cab, the end of the season wrap-up, the 5-episode epic.
What a great job we've done.
So all the effort that we put in, all the fucking labor has led up to this moment, and so we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate it so much. We got some sherbet, we got some weed.
Fire sativa.
Oh, there's a car coming in, I think. Fuck. Oh. Anyways, this is the end of the season. We're gonna try to make up a new season name, which I think we should start talking about that. I don't know any names. Yeah, that's something to build upon from, you know what I mean? This was just the beginnings of it.
Build upon?
Yeah. Because now we can get even deeper. Like, we can start putting stuff on iTunes and Spotify and start, you know what I mean? And then I could start, because now I understand, I have a process I know what to do to get these rendered, you know what I mean? And upload it. So it's like...
What theme do you want for it?
For a name? Doesn't matter. It just has to be, I guess, related. I don't know.
Like, think of something, because then that's something we can go off of.
I was thinking, like two people talking, like something on the lines of that. You know what I mean? I know that sounds so stupid and vague.
A conversation with...
No.
You don't know what this is from?
No.
Brandon,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are cool. They didn't get out of the car.
They are here to smash.
Wait. That car right there? Oh my god. No, you can look to the left. See that car right there? It's parked on the right side, I guess. It's shitty. It's all dented.
Yeah.
That car was delivering fucking pizzas.
What?
Yeah, that was the one that was driving up and down the street. I guess he couldn't find the house. And then we left, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And now it's here. I swear to God, same dented area in the top right.
Today?
Yeah, all it had was the Domino's thing on top.
That's fucking sketchy. Did it pull up, or did we pull up on it?
We pulled up on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you thought it pulled up on us?
Yeah, if, like, we saw... fucking...
Why? Who would in that car would want something from us?
It's not just the car. I'm thinking, like, there's fucking cops watching us or something like that.
No. I think it's the Domino's guy, because they're tinted. I don't know. Anyways, name. We think of a name for the fucking season.
I'm trying to come up with something that's not fucking stupid.
I don't care if it's like cringy. I just need ideas. Just anything. Because I have zero. Give me your fucking lighter. I want to light this. Where's the ashtray? What was I gonna say?
Okay. Let's make this. Damn. My plan's foiled.
Is there cargo?
Huh? I don't know, is there?
Well, car came parked, dude. Yeah.
Did I see it?
Yeah. You can see it, because now there's a red car there that wasn't there literally 2 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. Still that? Yeah,
Think of names. There's a car. Play down, car. I was thinking of something like. I was thinking something like two guys trying to understand or something. And that's the whole point of the thing, is that we're just talking about topics so we can try to understand them more. Or something on the line of that.
I guess. But it's hard to come up with a name like that that's not fucking dumb.
I don't care if it's dumb. I need a name. Nothing?
Smoke to understand.
Smoke to feel.
Yeah.
Why?
Cream. What's so cringy?
What's the big deal about them being cringy? What's the big deal about them being cringy?
Because cringy is not good.
The only people who think that are the scumbag internet people.
Nobody likes cringe. Nobody likes to be cringy. It's a bad word to be
I guess, but just because you have a cringe title, people aren't going to associate you as cringy.
Yeah, but the title is cringy. And that usually kind of reflects on the fucking people that have the title.
I guess, but yeah, I think it would be if the title is cringy, but they're not. I think it would just be more of an appealing title. That's it. It would just come off as, fuck, there's another car coming. What's up with all these cars coming in and out now? Where you go? Oh, you parked over there.
The only time I agree with saying or having something cringy is when you're like, that's the point.
Or how about this? What was I gonna say? Let's just put it on the back burner for now, and let's start talking about Wreck-It Ralph. Well, let me make sure I'm recording. I'm 10 minutes in. We're doing good on time. some interviews or some podcasts have been 40 minutes. Other ones have been like an hour and 20. So I like that. I like that. They're not all the fucking same. Anyways, return the key and air it out. It's out. You know what I say? Push the bong. Yeah, here. Hopefully, we'll remember. Yeah, I'll just do this. Yeah, so just talk about Wreck-It Ralph.
So, I liked how the movie was structured.
Well, talk about this. This is... I don't know. I think a key to this podcast is evolving with it. We have to learn how to be podcasters. I think one way of doing so is just finding stuff to talk about when there isn't. So it's like we can talk about the movie in 2 minutes, but if we want to extend that, just talk about why we ended up going to the movie, talk about our day at the, like, that day, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
No, it must have been Tuesday.
Yeah, I do it.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Okay, yeah, that's right. I've been off since Tuesday, so time is just fucking
warped. All these cars are coming.
What you call that?
Yeah, let's talk about Wreck-It Ralph.
So we didn't plan on going to the movies at first. What were we doing? Just smoking?
Yeah, well, how did that end up happening? Oh, I think I just mentioned it, right?
You said it was like Tuesday, and that's like matinee.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, ooh,
yeah,
in my head.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just dismissed it, and I kind of brought it up after.
After some,
Yeah.
And then, okay, yeah. And then we decided, yeah. And then we went somewhere to smoke, right? So I can see if my mom would let me go.
We went to some parking lot at like Albertsons or something like that.
Oh, yeah, and I got cookies, yeah. I ate those in like 2 days, dude. Anyways, yeah, so and then we decided, okay, well, I got the permission to go watch a movie, which I've seen. I'm 20 years old. Anyways, so I go to watch the movie. Or we decided to Wreck-It Ralph, because what else was there? There's nothing.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them Too, and Queen. But you already watched Queen.
I should have just watched it again. It was a good fucking movie.
Yeah. I have no problem watching animated movies.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we just ended up deciding on Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet or something like that.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say about it is that although this is a movie that's not traditionally what we've been talking about, like these serious, critically acclaimed, you know what I mean, movies, or you know what I mean, they're not like, they're just blockbusters.
Yeah.
So I think this is different. It's a whole nother realm. Like, that's why I don't really care about the Marvel movies, is because they're just blockbusters. I don't think that much of them. There's nothing much to think about them. They just follow traditional story arcs and stuff like that, and there's nothing really special. Or it's just nice that it's pushing, I guess, more higher definition, or like cooler stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only reason I like blockbusters. Anyway, so the reason I like it is because they knew the internet's like a thing, and that they could profit off the whole social media and the whole internet thing. I think that's why they sent it to the internet.
Yeah, I kind of get that.
And so yeah, so Wreck-It Ralph, they sent to the internet to go save the princess's machine.
I really liked it.
What did you like about it?
I liked how they had like a story arc for the Sugar Rush chick, and then they snuck like one in for Ralph that they've been building up through the whole fucking movie. I don't know, I just thought that was kind of cool.
Who's the protagonist?
Probably both of them. Really? Yeah.
No, there can only be one protagonist. Especially in film. I don't know about story, but in film, there's always one person who pushes the story forward.
Well, there was 2 stories in there.
One was
the little girl coming up to terms with the fact that she doesn't have to hold on to Ralph.
Oh,
and she
her
can
own
do
happiness.
she can do whatever. And that was one of her.
Yeah, and the other arc was
Ralph was coming to terms with being less possessive of
his
friends.
Dang, yeah. But I meant to retrieve that is the, how do I say it? That's like the story arc. People like you and I who discuss that stuff. The overlying thing is them just retrieving the actual, you know what I mean? The actual thing that fixed the machine. That's the overlying story, and then I think that's their story, their character arcs. Make sense?
I guess, yeah. Well, I mean,
it is because that's how that's how character arcs work. And so those are the people. That's like how we talk about it. Other people don't really talk about that. Sorry, I thought there's a car. And
every time you look over there, it's just forced me.
Yeah, cause just in case. What was this? So yeah, the arc of this, or just the story itself, can be. Oh yeah, who progressed it? Who would progress that story?
Ralph, definitely.
Oh yeah, cause he's like, let's get this. So yeah, so Ralph's the Wreck-It Ralph. That makes sense.
Yeah,
it's in the name.
Yeah. Well, he did everything. She didn't really do anything.
Yeah, he was the one. That's what I'm saying. He was the one progressing the story. I was gonna say is that in film theory and film critique, you look at film through certain lenses, right? The one I was thinking on like the whole artificial intelligence lens, and when we start, I'm thinking like, do you think corporations are gonna get so big that when we start to upload our conscience and it's like that, you know what I mean? How they all have little characters. Well, it will all have our own customizable character to whatever you want to walk around. Like I'm thinking Ready Player One and this mixed together. Think about it. Ready Player One was the first one to do something like that. You know, a whole network of people. They're not physically together, but they're technically together in this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. I'm comparing these two movies with uploading your consciousness to a computer. And if that's because how do I say this? Film. It's a good. How do I say this? Like, it's good at bringing up ideas for the future generations to look at. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And film has done this a lot, especially with like sci-fi stuff. How we've made sci-fi stuff, and now we're making real stuff that looks like the sci-fi stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those designs are based off of film. In film made them just out of nowhere because they're just making a story.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that these two movies, like Ready Player One and Wreck-It Ralph, are they proposing an idea? Are they pushing an idea? Because these both came out this year, these movies. This idea of how... Oh, I thought someone knocked on the fucking thing. Are they proposing... Or are they bringing up ideas for future generations, like 50 years from now, to look back on these movies and say, oh, this is how we should upload the consciousness and this is how it should work. It should be a network where little people can control it. And Instagram is so big that they have their own area. And fucking Google is so big that they have their own area. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think when people have to come up with concepts on stuff like this, they come up with like how it logically would be formatted.
Do you mean film?
Huh?
Like film when they're creating the story?
No, like if you're writing a government that works in a specific, or you're writing like a way a technology works in the universe with certain principles, and you have to come up with a way to make that believable and work. So you think of the idea, and then when science comes to that point, that's the natural path. Never mind. That was a whole... It was one of those things where I built it on like a false thing.
But you understand what I mean by film and how it influences life, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I wonder if these... I wonder if these films will influence how AI might be in the future. How we might set up our uploading of consciousness. You know what I mean? Because we're interconnected a lot right now. But when we get to that point, like in the movie.
You mean the singularity? Wait, is that the singularity?
What?
The singularity is when humans and machines become one, right?
Well, I don't know. What is that?
I think that's the term for it.
Here, hit this.
I felt that go right into my mouth, down my throat, and stab me in the back of the throat.
Oh, we need to talk about our November. So, our November wrap-up, I think, goes to show Adam didn't do a single thing, right?
Huh?
You didn't do a single year meditation or anything that you said you would do.
Nope.
He managed to not smoke for 2 weeks with me, technically. Not only did I commit to the 30 days, I finish it today when I go home. I finish my 30th day of yoga. Then I committed to 5 podcasts. Then I didn't smoke for technically 2 weeks. And then I didn't smoke again until the next podcast. So technically 3 weeks. Right? So we're very, very stretching it. You know what I mean? I didn't smoke for 3 weeks.
I guess.
Anyways, I mainly 2 weeks. I discovered that I do need it, but I can't take a break from it for 2 weeks if I need to. You know what I mean? Maybe in the future, next year. Oh shit! Next year we could try it again. But for now, I guess not. Here, turn this on.
Fuck me.
You good? You good? So yeah, that's basically the November wrap up. I'm gonna commit to this last one. I did it for 30 days. Jeez. So what I'm gonna try to do, which hopefully you could do. You good?
Yeah.
You guys want me to drink?
No. I think I'm good.
Anyways, which I think you should take a deep breath. Anyways, Alan's having a little aneurysm.
I was having like a hiccup, but it was right here.
You should try to do every 30 days. You try something new for 30 days.
I'm taking baby steps right now.
What do you mean?
Trying to quit the fucking fast food, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. This month, try to do meditation for another month, or for 1 month straight. You know what I mean? I gave myself one cheat day, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
What do you mean? How long did it take you to do meditation?
Shitty. Should call it 10 minutes, I think.
You tell me you can't do 10 minutes a day for 30 days.
It's not 10, it's not the duration, it's the actually doing it.
I promise you, after 1 week, it won't be that hard to... do it every single day for a month. So yes, you can commit to yoga meditation for 30 days, 10 minutes a day for 30 days. How do you have to think about it?
I do not want to deal with it.
You trust me, you think you're gonna have to deal with it, but after a week, you don't deal with it anymore. It just becomes part of your life. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do after today. Like, because there's no more yoga videos. Big ass car coming. Anyways, so yeah, so you're gonna commit to 30 days of meditation. Literally, right before you go to sleep, just watch a meditation video.
But I'm high.
Okay, that's why. That's why. Right when you come to your car, don't smoke until you do a meditation. That's it. It's that simple. Right before you smoke, just like, wait, I need to do a video. You understand that in order to be a disciplined person and get stuff done in life, you have to be able to do this little things like this.
Yeah, it's like that. Fix my fucking ass.
Anyways,
It turned fucking hostile on me when I stopped doing it last time.
what do you mean?
It kept like aggressively messaging me.
What did?
Yeah.
Oh, it's an app?
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll do the meditation for 30 days. What the fuck? A 30-day challenge. Anyways, also what else I'm gonna do is that my uncle, the weird thing about my jaw surgery is right before my jaw surgery, I think I talked about it a little bit. Oh, it got cut off. Remember on the first episode podcast? There's a separate gap where we weren't recording. This is when we weren't very good, but now we're better. Anyways, that podcast, I talked about my jaw surgery, but I didn't talk about it now, so I should probably talk about it. I had jaw surgery September 20th, 2018, and I guess just to say it was for medical reasons. I guess it's the simplest way to say it. What?
That little fucking thing on the hand.
So?
It gets all tiring. It's like with spit.
And, the recovery is 6 months to a year. And it's supposed to take 2 months before you can eat. And it did. Before I had a decent normal, like right now it's still not normal. So I'm healing, I guess, at a slow rate. And, so my uncle, so I was talking about my jaw surgery? So yeah, I think I'm healing at a slow rate. So what I'm going to do for the month, so I talked about my surgery, now I'm talking about what to do for a month, is because my uncle had surgery a month before me, a month and a half. He got this machine, this little thing that pumped. He didn't have the same jaw surgery, but he had a jaw surgery. And he had the same issues, he had bands, you know what I mean? And he couldn't talk, and he had, you know what I mean? Same issues. So I'm there. You scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I'm hearing something. But I thought it was your leg moving.
Anyways, my uncle had jaw surgery a month before me. So he gave me, he got this machine. He's in the military, so he always gets a bunch of shit, you know what I mean? His doctor gave him this little machine that he puts in his mouth. Ew.
It was either that or coffee. Fuck.
And you put it in your mouth and you pump it and it opens your mouth. And he just did it every day, 3 times a day. And it worked. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do that and put a rag on my face to bring the swelling down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
30 days. While doing meditation for 30 days. Show me the app.
It's
Now, pull up the app. Show me the name. Show me how it works. I want to see everything. Because me, right away, if I don't know how it works, I'm turned off by it. See, I gotta know how it works right away. You know, jump on this tomorrow.
so, fuck off. Piece of shit. Okay. So you just hit begin. This is not bullshit. You design how long you want to go. You hit.
Sitting there watching thoughts pass by, so you're watching this traffic in the mind that is.
Oh, you just listen to what he says and do it?
Yeah.
So we tend to see a thought that excites us, we chase after it, we get excited by it. Or we see a thought that we don't like, we resist it, we get caught up in it. And this is part of the skill. And over time, the more familiar we get with that, the easier it starts to become. We see that temptation and we're able to let go of it and come back to it. Again, don't worry if that's still happening a lot.
That's it?
It's okay to allow thoughts to
Uh-huh.
all we need to do.
Oh, fuck, I can't look it up. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you it later. You know what I mean?
So with that in mind, just take a moment to get
Your turn. Anyways, so that's what I'm gonna do for 30 days. All December. And that's what I'm gonna try to do now. Every day, or every 3 months. For every year to the day I die. Starting now. You hear me? October. Silver October. Then something November and then something December.
Given to your weakness is November.
What else do we got to talk about? Do you want to talk about something? Oh. So you gonna try to do the meditation?
Sure.
God, this is actually fucking gross. Anyways, what were we saying?
I'm not thinking about the spoon. I just keep picking it up after I put the joint, give the joint back.
Why?
I guess because it's just what I had in my hand before.
What's recently been on your mind?
Like how recent?
In the last week.
Okay. So I watched. So Freddy Got Fingered is this like
Who's it directed by?
Ted Green.
Who's Ted Green?
Ted Green's like
See, this is what you have to do. Lock your phone.
he's like a early 2000s like doing weird shit in public at people kind of comedian. They had like a renaissance on fucking YouTube during our time.
Okay.
You know how they do that? It's just a prank, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to do that on TV
Yeah.
in the 2000s. And he was one of those guys.
Okay. Now, what about? Do you know anything, any backstory that you can tell me about this movie before you talk about the movie?
Fuck. So. Trying to think if it was.
Right, hit it again. That's why Puffin wants. See, no. God, I'm fucking shaking.
Yeah. I smoked the rest of that. What was in that bowl, and I texted you about it.
Yeah, I know. We're talking about the fucking movie, dude.
Okay.
You don't know anything anything I should know about the movie before you tell me about the movie?
Not really. It's like a comedy.
Well, I meant like I don't know any like fun facts that don't spoil the movie.
Nothing that doesn't.
Where was it filmed?
I have no idea.
Oh my god. Where does it look like it's filmed? That's right, now talk about the movie. Where is it? What is it about? Where is it filmed?
What?
What is okay? Now talk about the movie, because you don't have anything to say about it.
Gongo. I haven't actually watched the movie, but I've watched a review of the movie.
Like on YouTube?
Yeah.
What?
What wonderful credentials. I didn't watch the movie, but I watched a review of the movie. What was the question?
Talk about the movie. That's it. Oh my god, if this guy brings out a dead body, we're fucking screwed. You want me to fucking react right now if he pulls a dead body out of that? He doesn't, thank god. What is the movie about?
It's dead. It won't move.
What is the movie about?
The protagonist, Gongo or something like that, is going off to do something, and I forget. Oh, he wants to be like a famous cartoonist or something like that, and he goes off to the big city to do it. That's all I know about the plot.
Why'd you bring it up?
Because the movie itself is fucking hilarious.
How do you know that?
From the clips I've watched.
Okay, why is it hilarious?
It's like over the top. Like, it's almost satirical, and it's like meta from what I've seen.
How so?
There's a scene where the guy just like yanks a fucking baby out of this lady and holds it by the umbilical cord and swings it around his head. And then it like cuts to a scene of the lady just holding her baby all happy with fucking blood all up her face and on the walls and shit like that.
Why?
Just gross out humor.
Okay.
Like there's a scene where right at the beginning of the movie, he grabs his skateboard, runs out of the house, skateboards like on ramps and shit like that through a mall. Like it looked like a fucking like Skate 3 kind of course thing. And then he gets to the bus station and his parents are there. They just drove from the house. And they hand him his ticket. And he goes to get on the bus. And they're like, hold up, son. You'll be driving this. And they turn around and there's like a car. And he's like, but you bought me this ticket. And yeah, just the whole movie's like that. It's just absurd.
And why do you want to bring it up?
Because I like absurdist comedy, like Eric Andre's show.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen clips from that?
Yeah, of course.
I love that kind of shit.
I know his is in a realm of stardom that's like completely meta, and it has its own like storyline.
Yeah, his is like over the top. Absurd. But like this movie's so over the top in like an absurd way that can't be like just badly written on accident.
And but why do you want to bring this up? As a movie? Because you like absurd stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric Andre, he's like, he talked about his like influences. And his influences are crazy. I forgot what he said. I wish we could talk about it.
Do you
This is how.
This joint sucks.
How dare you? They're good.
You even said it yourself. Don't even fucking lie.
What can I say? I'm just a god at rolling blunts. I can't help it. The other joints were good though. Remember that one joint that was beautiful? Remember? It was like the first day I got the roll.
Yeah, I guess.
Fuck
It's just this time that they fucking sucked.
Because
They've been fine the rest of the time.
I was high as fuck. You already roll when I was high.
Yeah.
Kill, roll. You know what Adam does? He forces me to roll shit for him. He picks me up. He acts like he's my friend. Makes me just roll shit up. That's it.
Yeah, I beg for the fucking joints.
How long has it been? It's been
11 minutes.
It's been. Oh, imagine. It's been 42 minutes. You know what this calls?
What?
Intermission.
Intermission? Hell yeah.
Should I insert something?
Yeah, fuck it.
yeah, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Sending you guys the intermission. Don't put your elbow here. And we're back.
We got a mukbang going on here.
Our first mukbang was Solo by Adam. Unfortunately.
A one-hit wonder.
But today, just for a limited time only, we're doing a double mukbang for you guys. We're in our undisclosed podcast studio. Enjoying our fucking food. You gonna be sick?
What?
To have a podcast where we're just on Discord playing games. It's just us talking. Or there's a segment where we're just talking like it's a normal podcast, and then we decide to play a game and they listen to that. You know what I mean? Huh?
I can get Rocket League.
Are you gonna?
I think I might, yeah.
Wait, look it up just in case.
What?
You okay? Feels like you're gonna throw up.
I don't know.
Go on your phone. Look it up.
What's up,
Make
what?
sure it's cross platform. What I'm talking to Adam about is moving the podcast from being next to each other to online, because then that opens us up to opportunity to talk about video games, and while we're playing we can just...
Rocket League cross-platform profiles delayed until 2019. I mean, is it profiles or cross-platform play?
You're talking cross platform.
Yeah, but it's Rocket League cross-play party system delayed until 2019.
This is bullshit. Did they give you ranch in your bag?
When was it?
Bullshit. Way too loud. Oh, what was I going to say? Hey, good thing we got that settled.
Here is no cross-platform. At least yet.
We'll pocket the idea.
What?
We'll pocket the idea. Did you finish all your food?
No.
They want to hear us eat shitty food.
Huh?
They want to hear us eat shitty American food.
Hell.
Tuesday? I have no fucking clue.
I am a Japanese girl enjoying a very large McDonald's burger.
If you're listening to me now, I have the curves of a goddess. I have long black hair. And I am currently...
Tomorrow at the time of 12, you go to your house, take all of your guns, and go to the nearest bank.
What are you talking about?
Everything you earn will be forwarded to Adam Chamberlain. You complete the transfer. Pick out something.
Adam Chamberlain.
What?
Transfer to the account Adam Chamberlain. I'm a young Asian girl. I was gonna say, before you said that, I was gonna say, I'm wearing a schoolgirl outfit.
I am innocent and exotic.
and surrounded. Or I am not surrounded.
I take small, gracious bites.
As I gobble down the fries, they fall in between my breasts. How long can you keep this going?
We should end it there.
Why? You didn't like the eroticism?
No, it's too long.
He's like, I think their boner's gone.
We just kept going with it.
This is a really fucking hamburger.
Why?
The pastrami tastes so fucking good.
But?
Huh?
But?
It's good. There's no but.
Then why'd you say it's weird?
It's good.
It's like weird. How was your day?
I got up. I did some shit. I gave a bunch of people roles on a Discord server. And then I got trained some of my staff duties. And then I went out, got food, told people that when I came back they could come talk to me, and then I never came back. And I sat in my car and smoked until you came.
How are you in your work?
Hmm?
How are you in your work?
My work?
Yeah, where do you work?
It's getting kind of boring talking to him.
Why?
Because, he has to go through his whole routine of memories. He just forgets that he told me until he gets to, like, actual new shit. And he's been slow to speak the last couple of times. So it's like 12 by the time he gets around to cool some new stuff.
That's what I was talking about. In my class. Oh, I think I told you about this. My script. And how I want to change it. I don't know how to change it. And I have to change it by next week. So let me break it down so you can help me. 2 characters. Peter, Jimmy. Jimmy, interior. I know the fucking thing from memory. I should just tell you. Okay, I don't think I know it from memory. But I can vaguely tell you. It starts off, I said, Jimmy is, like, aggressively mopping the floor as his manager is about to enter his office. And then it goes, manager, Jimmy, clean that, or get that shit done before it's your ass. And I said, Jimmy throws the mop to the floor and turns to Peter. I go, Peter. He's like, Peter, the shop's so shitty. He's like, why are you working here? Something along these lines. But he was like, dramatic about it. And Peter, his friend, is sitting behind the counter. Eyes bloodshot red. This I changed. I said, I deal with my problems with cheap way drugs. And then it faded black. And then I said, I need to change that part. Because that's the first story arc where you introduce your characters and like what they want. You know what I mean? So I showed that the first one he wants not to work at that shitty job. You know what I mean? And the other one, because they have legitimate arcs in the short. Oh shit. They have legitimate arcs. So the first arc for Jimmy was that he went from not wanting this job to being his own boss. You know what I mean? Or like hating this shitty job where people are telling him what to do to being his own boss. And the other one transitions from this guy who does drugs to professional. You know what I mean? And that's how I wanted their arc. So I said, I deal with my ways. Cheap way, drugs. But they said don't do that. They said that wasn't good. And his, he doesn't want to be a professional. Like, I have to think deeper for what his wants are. So I have to change what he says there. So we'll just leave it there. He says, deal with my things the cheap way, drugs, fade to black. Then it goes, interior living room night. They're watching a Pulp Fiction film while they're smoking together, right? And then inside, midway through, or they're seen doing that. And midway through the film, Jimmy, the guy who's mopping the floor, stands up and says like, I know what we're gonna do. And Pete's like, what? He pauses it, you know what I mean? He's like, what are you talking about? And he points to the TV, and he goes like, he just points to it. Cause we just do it 5 minutes a few times. And he goes, what about it? Pulp Fiction, what about it? And he's like, he's like, what do they do in the film? He's like, we're gonna kill people. He's like, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Then, what did I go? How popping from there? Oh, then he goes, think about it. I said, or the character said, think about it. We don't have anything going for us. We don't like our jobs. We can be our own boss. And then his friend was reluctant. And then I said, think about all the drugs you can buy. And then he leans in forward, and it fades to black. So that's the second arc. So then
Jesus, what was that?
Huh?
Did you make that noise?
Oh yeah, that's my mouth.
Okay.
Then he goes to a montage of Jimmy violently killing people, going from just killing people to violently killing people, like chasing them down with an axe and shit like that. While Jimmy just is getting money, and he's clean about it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's a professional about it. Then they're back in their living room. It's another day, or it's sometime in the future. Oh, no, it's interior living room night. Pete, the guy who was behind the counter in the beginning, the druggie, is sitting down on the couch. He's smoking a blunt, and then he's just watching the TV. Jimmy enters from the house, right? He enters the front door, which is near the TV. And Pete says, like, oh, where were you? He's like, oh, I picked up a couple of extra jobs because they work together, and they're like assassins, like hitmen.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you've been doing that a lot more recently. We have a lot of money because it's shown in the montage that they were getting more and more money. So he's like, we don't need money. Like if you're suspicious. And then he's like, oh, don't worry about it. He continues on. He goes to his room and starts to undress. He undresses or he leaves the living room, goes to his room to undress, and he lays down on his bed. Then Jimmy, or fuck, I'm getting it mixed up. Jimmy, the guy who is killing people like crazy, he goes inside, goes to bed. Pete, yeah, I did it, got it right. Pete comes in, opens the door, and he's like, hey, like, what did he say? Oh, he's like, oh, why are you picking up these extra jobs? This is when the suspense is built. Because Jimmy was just laying down on the bed, he turns around, and he was like, oh, what do you mean? And he puts his hands up because I should have said that. He opens the door slowly, he creeps up with his gun, and then you hear, and he's like, why are you even picking up this extra job? And he turns around, you know what I mean? And, he's like, oh, with the extra money, he's like, oh, you know we don't need the money. And it's this whole scene where he's trying to find out what they're doing, or why he's killing people. And as he's like trying to talk to, what is he asking? I'm trying to remember. He's like, we have the money. He moves forward. I said, as he starts to inch forward, what's his name starts to panic. He's like, I don't know, man. He's like, I don't know why I've been picking up these jobs. He's like, you do know. He's like, tell me the truth. I forgot what I wrote here. And as he's walking forward, eventually he's pushing the gun against his temple. That's what I like. He's pushing it. He's like leaned up above him. And he's like, this is the part where he's panicking, and I forgot what the fuck he said. So you do know, he's like, oh, I enjoy killing people. And then he's like, whoa. He backs off. What else happened? Oh, he's like, yeah, I'm just, oh, yeah, it's not a cop party, so. He's like, well, I think it's not. He's like, I'm just enjoying killing people. And, he's like, wait, what? And then the guy with the gun, Jimmy, he pistol whips him to the floor. And as he's on the floor, he sees his pants, and the pants have a gun on it. And he sees, or no, oh shit, that was in the beginning, sorry. So right when he entered the room, he like turns around, he goes like this, and he sees his gun, right? Okay, now he's pistol whipped, and now he's near his gun. But I said he's gripping his face. I said he grips his bleeding face, what did I say? Oh, I don't know. I said he's on the floor protecting his face as he falls near his gun, and I said Pete stands over Jimmy. He points his gun, and I said you hear a gun go off and his face is black because you don't know who shoots the gun. And then someone in the suit, because they both wear suits, and so you see someone in the suit walk away in the dark. Did any of that make sense?
Why did he pull a gun on this other guy? Just because he took more jobs?
No. Oh yeah. Oh, that's another thing. So he comes in. He has blood. He takes off. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I don't know if I said that well. So P is sitting on watching TV. Then Jimmy comes in. This is the beginning of the scene, right?
Mhm.
And Jimmy takes off his shoes, right? Because they usually take it off in front. You'll just see it there in the film. But he takes off his shoes. He takes off his jacket and puts on the coat hanger. There's blood all over his clothes. You know what I mean? So that's why he's like, "What are you doing?" Like. Usually when he's killing people, he's not all bloody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's shown through the montage. That's why that's what they said is that I can't just throw it. I can't explain it away in a montage. But that's how I would do it. But a lot of that stuff would be explained through the montage. The little mini montage events. Anyways, what was it? So yeah, it would be he's aggressive because he sees the blood on his body. He's like, why? He's like, there shouldn't be that much. And he's just questioning it because it's late at night and there's blood all over his clothes.
Hmm.
And then he goes in, he hangs his jacket, he goes in with his bloody clothes, and that's when he just throws it on the floor because it's his bedroom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's when the gun is still around his holster on the floor. That makes sense? And he just lays down, face down, and then the door swings open, he has the gun, he's like, so why are you even picking Rick's job? Make sense? And he turns around, he's like, I don't know, he's like, what do you mean, man? Put the gun down. Oh, that's what I said. And he's like, why even picking up extra drops? He's like, I don't know. And then I said he inches closer and closer. And he said then he finally presses his gun into his temple. He's painting. He asked like, why are you doing picking these extra drops or whatever? He's like, fuck, or like I said like, fucking tell me the truth. Oh no, they're on their hazards. And yeah, and then he puts the weapon and then he goes to the floor, and that's when she hit a gunshot and fades black. So they said in the beginning, don't make him a druggie, take that part away. They said, I hand you the montage sequence, or you find another way to explain, because in the montage sequence, you would find Pete, the druggie, would become a more professional guy. You would see that he just kind of did it. He was the one who handled the money. He didn't really do any of the killings, and when he did, it's just he killed and that's it. And you would see Jimmy, the one who's the hard worker who didn't want a boss. He fucking hits your car. Outside the window of our undisclosed location, we just saw someone do a donut.
What the fuck was that about?
No, he just wanted to do a donut. He's a douchebag.
Was that the guy that was parked with hazard lights?
Oh, there's someone else. So they said so they talked about what his real wants were, the druggie. I said he wants money. And he's like, no, humans aren't like that shallow in a film. They can't be that shallow. They can't just want money. There has to be like another layer deeper. Either does he want power? And I know what the other one does. He doesn't want a boss. You know what I mean? So I have to find out. I have to change what he wants. He can't have money. Well, he can want money, but that can't be his true want.
Okay.
And I had to get rid of the montage sequence too. So basically, the hardest fucking thing.
So keep the money thing in there, but hint at something else, I guess. Like, just have it be like a shitty excuse. Like it just doesn't hold up.
What do you mean?
Like that's just something he says.
What do you? Oh. Like, I'm doing it for the money, and he rolls his eyes. Like that.
Wait, what?
He's like, I'm doing it for the money. And every time he does that, he like rolls his eyes, or he would just feel like, or like laugh at it, or like it's not like a real.
I don't know.
But I had to do this in 4 pages. That's also, this is in 4 pages. And the first scene took 1 page. That last scene took 2 pages. And the one in the bedroom took 1. And I basically, that's how I did it. And you can go over a little bit, and people go over a little bit while I'm trying to be in the context of the assignment. Because it's really fucking hard to do in 4 pages.
Yeah.
You have to have a character arc and what they want and all that in 4 pages. That's why I did the montage shoot, because I'm like, oh, then you could just skip all this shit and you show it to the montage. And they said I can't. Well, they said I could. It didn't make sense while reading the script. Because I'm not allowed to say anything while they're reading it aloud. I'm supposed to sit there quietly. And I'm not supposed to. And when they can't ask me questions, they're supposed to critique it. You know what I mean? Without me saying anything. It kind of like puts your work on display right there.
So, how did you word that you saying it was a montage? Did you explain what's in the sequences, or
and then
just say that's montage is where he?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why they said it's not a good idea. So remember, he says I deal with my problems the easy way. Drugs fades to black, fade in, bedroom or living room. They're watching the Pulp Fiction thing. They decide they want to be a hitman, right? Then fade to black. Then I said fade in montage sequence as I said a montage sequence occurs. I did it in the action, like a little paragraph. It's like in the script you could see it's a paragraph that makes sense, right? And this is how you would write a montage sequence. We said a montage sequence of Jimmy P stealing, killing, and doing something else. I said Jimmy is progressively gaining, or I said Jimmy is progressively being vicious while P is being more professional. That's it.
But from what you're saying, I think just the way you worded it is the problem. Because you didn't actually describe things that were happening. You described the concept of these things changing.
Well, that exactly. I have to. Oh. Well, I don't know. I have to be able to do the story in 4 pages. Jesus Christ, it's so right.
It'd just be like,
I have to do this in a couple of sentences.
cut in to
That's how you do
move into building, shoot one guy, shoot another one, shoot the target. And fucking.
What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Just write like that, and then do another one, and then another one.
Wait, what time is it? Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, you're saying just go into... No, I can't. Or, okay, fine.
Just quick as you can, summary of the scene, or what kind of scene, and why it does it.
Yeah, I can't do that, Adam. I can't do a quick summary of a scene. I have to be as descriptive as I can in a couple of sentences. That's the whole challenge, is that you're trying not to skip anything while being confined, while being as descriptive as possible. But you can't be overblown and like...
Well, the montage is a skip. That's what they were saying.
What do you mean?
Like the way you worded it, it was just a skip.
What do you mean skip?
Like you didn't write anything in there. You didn't write out any kind of scenes. It just...
Well, I guess what the montage sequence was implying that there were scenes.
It's like watching like an animation, and the beginning of it is like live action fucking like scripts and shit like that, and then just for a few seconds it says work in progress, character steals car, work in progress, character kills lady.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
And then it goes back in, and then it's regular stuff again.
I know, but I thought it was kind of clear that I said in the montage, like, one is getting more vicious while the other one is progressively getting professional.
Yeah, but you're not writing out this part. You're saying in a montage it would be like this.
Okay, fine. Even if I don't even know how I would go upon doing what you're saying. How that'd be impossible. I can't.
What do you mean?
So you want me to write out every little scene, okay?
Yeah, make them little scenes.
I know, but there's not enough space to do that.
Just quick as you can.
Yeah, I know.
Characters breaking the building, kill people. Kill this guy, and this guy.
No.
Look at each other, smirk.
I don't know. Here. Let's get your plate. No, I don't think it would work like that. Or what I'm thinking is that if I could do that, I could do like 4.5 pages. And that would kind of work. But I don't know what I'd do in each... Okay, fine. Should I write down each individual scene if I were to do that? Would I break down each individual... Or how do I break down each individual... Help me then. Help me make a montage sequence. Where you show one So
What do you want the first scene to accomplish? Or first,
Uh,
the
their-
first
their-
clip of the montage.
their first kill, their first like job, like
Okay.
they rob a store or they break into someone's house and then they're paid to kill someone.
So just cut to the end. Be like, guy holds up a gun. He's robbing the guy, and then he looks up. Guy pulls up the gun, and the other guy shoots him, and then that's it. And then you move on to.
Ooh, cause I want them because they've never wore suits before this, right? So I want them to wear suits. So after that, should I say, second scene, Pete and Jimmy are seen wearing suits, and then the third one and fourth one, they're all wearing suits now, except for the first one. So the first one dictates it's their first job. Makes sense?
Yeah, have them like walk by a store on the way out from the robbery and see two suits in the fucking.
And
they just go in and steal them.
No, I'll just have them see two suits, and then it cuts in the next scene.
Yeah.
All right. So
And
what's the next scene?
What else do you want?
I need to see Pete get more as a murderer, not an assassin. More as a murderer, and I need to see Jimmy more as a murderer, and you see Pete become a professional. He's doing this for the money.
Have murder guy just execute someone that's not the target.
Okay, you know what I should do then? I should scrap not scrap it. I should move that scene that what you're saying, right? The grocery store where he looks over and he just shoots him. I should have Jimmy just shoot him, right? And that should be the second scene. I should just change the first scene. What's the first scene? And then they run out and they see the suits.
Well, the gas station one, it was the guy who is normally he's the business-like guy.
Yeah.
He's holding up the clerk.
Yeah.
And the other guy's off somewhere.
Yeah.
And then the clerk gets the jump on him and pulls out a gun. And then the other guy from like off screen or something like that shoots him.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying move that scene to the second scene so I show that he's willing to kill more. You know what I mean? Right away.
Well, that's like a connection building moment between him and the other character. Not necessarily like he just murdered that guy because he was defending his friend.
It's not really lighting that. No, yeah, that's what you're saying, right? Is that he murdered that guy to defend his friend.
Yeah.
I don't want it like that. I want it. He's becoming more murderer. They're polarizing. They're not coming together. I don't want them to come together.
Oh, okay. So you'll change it so that...
Because right now they're together. All they know is each other. So I want them to go other direction. Make sense? Because in the beginning, they're working the same job. They live in the same area. They don't have any family. They just have each other.
Okay. You could have it... Guy holds up the bank. Or the
First
teller.
scene? Second scene?
The second scene, yeah. They're holding up the teller. Teller gives over the money. First guy puts his gun away. And he like shoots the teller.
Okay. So what about the first scene now?
What do you want to step? Oh, first kill?
Yeah, or their first job. Whether they're stealing, whether they're drug dealing, whether they're killing.
Probably something like amusing, like planting a fucking bomb in a... No, it'd have to do with killing.
Are you serious? Do you have like... We need better bud. It's not lighting.
Let me see this.
Anyways. Can I have him break into someone's house and come out with two suits?
I think it should be a storefront just because you have the visual window to see it. Like if they're robbing a bank, they're willing to rob like a clothing store, then they see it.
No, but I know, but for your first job, you're not going to rob a bank.
Well, it's not a bank. it's like a clothing store. They just robbed a gas station. Clothing store's not much different.
No, that's what I'm saying. I thought they robbed the gas station second.
Well, yeah. And then after that, they get the suits, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. They're wearing normal clothes. They rob do their first job, and they run away, and they see the suits, or they get the suits from their first job. And then second scene would be them going to the gas station, and then you see right away how he's wanting to kill more. Right? And then third scene would be even bigger than a gas station, which would be like a bank or something, or like a murder, straight out. A straight up murder, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So the first scene could be they're like in a mansion, and it's like they got some dude on the ground, and the normal guy's hesitating.
Should I say that for the fourth one? Because a mansion seems like crazy. Like it's a rich guy. So should I do something, the third scene, something intermediate between a gas station and a mansion murder? You know what I mean? Because mansion murder is like, that's a high profile guy who's getting killed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So what's in between a gas station and a mansion murder?
But we could just gas station and a mansion. Oh, they're doing a hitman thing, right?
That's essentially, because it's kind of based off Pulp Fiction, kind of based off Reservoir Dogs, kind of based off but Boondock Saints, kind of based off, you know what I mean? So all these kind of duos, kind of.
Well, they either need to be hitmen or they need to be like robbers. They can't have to be both.
Why not? They're just scumbags. They just want money.
And because when you like rob gas stations and stuff like that, they see you. You don't want to be like notable as a fucking hitman in like.
Oh, that's their first
Wanted.
jobs. That's how I saw it. It's their earlier jobs, and later they're having suits, and they're just kind of like, okay, fine, they're hitmen. They're not robbers. But they're robbing the gas station because that's their early jobs.
But he could be the target, I guess, and then you just play it off as a robbery.
No.
But then it would take off the execution thing. It ruined that he kills because he bad.
So in between gas station, in between mansion.
You could split it up into a short scene where a shitty, like, mob ass looking guy hands him like a silenced pistol. And then the next thing is him like shooting the guy. And then the third scene would be like a full hitman scene.
What do you mean, like an alleyway? They like walk together, and he gets the guy to shoot him, walk away. And it's Jimmy who does that.
Yeah, he like the mob boss hands him.
No, I'm thinking. No, this is what I'm thinking. Sorry, let me explain what I'm thinking. After the gas station one, right? The second scene, for the third scene before the mansion, it's just Jimmy alone, and he's walking in an alley with someone. He gets the pistol, right? He looks at it, and then he just shoots or he hands him the money or something, and then as the guy puts it in his pocket, he looks at the gun, just shoots the guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it just shows Jimmy. Sorry, it's just a straight up murder, and then it goes to the mansion scene.
Like at some point, you need to visually establish that they are hitmen and not just fucking murderers.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Is that one's a hitman and another one's a murderer?
Well, he's under the guise of a hitman, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
So they have to get that job.
I know, but still, it's like he has to have. I have so little time to show him progress as a murderer.
Yeah, but you still need to establish that they're a hitman, or nobody's gonna get that they're hitmen. They're just gonna think they're two serial killers that dress the same, or dress like businessmen when they fucking murder people.
Well, exactly. The other one wouldn't be murdering as much in the sequence.
Yeah, but there's no context to why they're murdering. They're just doing it.
Okay, so how do you explain to me to solve this fucking character arc without doing it the way? How do I do it?
Okay, so just real quick, split a scene into two little ones, so that it would fit in the same time, and it'd just be like a mob boss handing a pistol to him, so that shows that he's like getting hired by a mob boss to kill someone, and then the next scene is him killing someone with that pistol. So it shows that he is being hired to kill people, and now he's in a suit. And from that point on, while he's in a suit, he's murdering people as a hitman.
It can't work like that because the whole point is that they don't want to have any bosses.
Well, someone has to hire them. They're still freelance.
No, they remain freelance and they're just.
Yeah, that is freelance. Like, they're getting hired by a mob boss. That's who would hire people.
Oh. No, because they still wouldn't want a boss. There's no way. You can't show that.
Well, then, what are they doing? Just
They're murdering, stealing because they have no one else. They have nothing in their life.
So they're not hitmen.
So they are hitmen. But one of them is a murderer and the other one becomes professional. And that's what I want to show.
But when in the progression of it are they supposed to become hitmen? Near the end?
The mansion scene. The mansion montage scene. Because that kind of shows that someone, if you're in a mansion and you're killing someone, that's kind of like you're hired.
Or you're just a fucking psycho. Bro,
But you have to find a specific guy.
breaks into the mansions.
You have to find a specific guy and get past all his security for what? Just to kill this random guy you're not going to get any money from?
Well, maybe you can get money. He has a safe or something.
But that's what I'm saying. No one's thinking of that in a montage sequence. They're just seeing him kill a rich dude.
They have to come up with some kind of context for what's going on.
Exactly. So they're like, there's a rich dude.
And if you don't have an established that they're like in the mansion scene, you could be like, hold up a picture of the guy and have like a description or something like that.
So, yeah, so yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, that'll work.
See, okay, so what the fuck are you? Okay, so he hold this. So still, what's the third scene then?
Oh, dude.
What is that? I don't know. I'm freaking you. Watch this, right?
I thought it was a break, and then I didn't see you push it. I was like, fuck me.
Anyways.
When I'm out here barefoot, I have my feet on the ground, and all that crumb shit. I feel like I have bugs crawling over my feet and shit.
Anyways, so, third scene. What should happen in the third scene?
So what's the first scene right now?
Oh my god. Oh, yeah, I don't have a first scene. What? How do you establish them as like hired people in one scene?
Like something to establish that they're doing this for money. So like maybe they pull out a paper with the face of the guy and it had like $100 over it.
That's what I had in the montage sequence. I said on their kitchen table, because by the time you've seen this, you'll know their living room, you'll know the front door, and you'll know their kitchen area. Because that's just generally how houses laid out. You know what I mean? So on their kitchen table, you would see in a montage sequence that they had a pile of money that would grow and grow.
Okay. So you would have to do that before the mansion scene.
The pile of money? Oh no, for if I did that, it would be just interlaced in between each scene. Just one pile of money being
Oh,
bigger,
it gets
bigger,
bigger. Okay. Yeah, you could put like a poster there, and that would work. Like
For-
right before the mansion scene, put a picture of the guy on a table with like a price and like maybe a fucking disposable phone.
Okay, but what about the first scene?
First scene. What were you trying to do with the first scene?
Oh my god, I had to establish that they're hitmen.
Well, they're not hitmen at that point.
Huh?
They're not hitmen at that point.
But that's what they're trying to become, because they saw Pulp Fiction.
They're trying to just get money, right? By doing shit.
Yeah, by doing anything. Drug dealing, stealing, murdering.
So the second one is the... So for the first one, you want them to be... It's like their first kill. They're not fucking
and
brutal.
this is where they get the suits.
You could have them, like, rob a suit store. And, like...
No, they could rob a... thrift store? And then they sell the clothes? Is that...
Sell the clothes?
Yeah! You know what I mean?
You want the hard cash money. Not shit there, not stolen shit defense.
Okay, fine. You're like selling the clothes. Fine, what would they do in the first scene? Yeah. That's always what sucks. You just ground it up. First scene.
First scene. Have it be like some fucking sketchy shit, like some lady posts a Craigslist ad
No,
to kill her ex-husband.
Yeah, I thought of it, all those now. You gotta think of something like plausible.
That's plausible, it's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of new and exciting stages for them to be here, for sets for them to be. Because we're doing the house kind of thing with the mansion. Then we got gas station. Maybe just rob someone in an alley?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so first scene, they're wearing normal clothes. We rob someone in an alley. And as they're running away, they see it in a thrift store. The two suits.
Yeah, something like that.
In the glass, right? Then they go in and they steal it. And then it cuts to black. Then it goes second scene. They're wearing the suits with a mask on or something. With the mask on, they rob the grocery store. The other one's about to get the money, right? And then the other one shoots. Bam. Right? You hear gunshot, cuts to black. Third scene. Would we agree on the third scene? Oh, in between, there's money going, right, on their table?
Yeah.
Okay. And on the third scene, would we agree?
Third scene was mansion, right?
Fourth scene's mansion. Third scene's mansion. Is the in between. I said, we showed money getting bigger. What else? Money got bigger. You said he gets a gun or
13 was the one where he shoots the guy in the alley after he buys the gun, right?
I thought you said we're not gonna do that.
We could keep that for now, right now, just because I don't remember what anything else was.
What happens? Oh, I can just do it this way. First scene, alleyway rob, money. Second scene, fuck, or you know what I mean? Gas station, whatever. Third scene, money. They throw the fucking classified document on the table. And then technically the third scene would be the mansion. Or is that too big of a jump? Gas station 2. Hitman.
Probably some.
Because first scene they're wearing normal clothes, right? Then they get suits. And then they start wearing suits with masks, so they're kind of established as these guys who do things with suits and masks on. You know what I mean? It's established that they do it now together when they dress like that. And the third scene would be concrete, showing that they're assassins. Or would that be too big of a jump?
Put a. So, gas station 1, they both look pretty much the same. Third scene, have the crazy one do something fucking brutal. And then just keep the blood on his suit for the rest of the...
What do you mean, brutal?
Like, he just fucking takes a fire hose or fire axe onto someone on the ground or something.
Okay, where context? Where could it be?
Like a suburban house or something like that.
No, I can't. Should they rob a bank?
It's such like an easy thing to put in, but I'm not sure it makes sense. It's like logically the scene that you would put in, but it doesn't make much sense.
But them for their actual job and how they progress within their job doesn't matter within the story. It's that you see him becoming vicious and the other one becoming more professional.
Yeah, but do they have a reason to rob a bank? Because
for the money. That's what I'm saying. He can't want it for the money. Like, that's why my teacher in like my class, he can't just he wants it for the money doesn't mean he's gonna rob. You know what I mean? That both of them are gonna rob the bank.
The way you described him, you could have it be sort of a respect thing. Like he wants to be a respected assassin.
How do I do that? Dude, we were recording way too fucking long. Oh my god, it's been an hour and like 50 minutes, like 40 minutes.
No way. No, it's only been like an hour.
No, I know, but we have another one that's 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Alright. We kind of just fucking ranted on my script for an hour.
I think that was probably interesting.
We're gonna wrap it up here because we don't want to take too long. What did we say last time? Love yourself. What else did we say?
Masturbate if you feel like it. Do not be pressured by the No Nut Novembers. Members.
We challenge you to do something for 30 days. Because we're gonna do it for 30 days.
Change is gay.
Change is good. What else is good? Dedication's good. You gotta learn that shit. Alright, we're signing out. Any last words?
Just don't be a fucking asshole.
Yeah, you guys being really nice. I'll see you guys on the flip side. See ya.